Hey, everybody. There's no one here. That's my fault because I forgot. I forgot that this was Thursday, first Thursday. I've been so busy in the greenhouse and with customers, and I'm not complaining. Other than I forgot I owed you a live broadcast. Hey, Canadian family, did you get the package I mailed to you? Now there's three of us here. Not yet. When did I send that? I want to say I sent it last Friday. I sent two packages out, and Indiana Backyard Garden already got her package, but she's in Indiana. I don't know how long it'll take you to get it in Canada. Um, but anyway, your vermiculite is out there somewhere coming towards you. I figure I've got time to get it to you, right? Because you haven't really started all your seed yet, right? Okay, yeah, I'd like to know if it gets to you. So who else is here? And excuse me for coughing. I've got allergies. I'm not sick anymore, but when I get talking, I get coughing. I probably should get some throat lozenges. Do you have any throat lozenges there, Charlie? Yay! Thanks. So, my citrus shipment got here. The trees look great. So I've got this year. I'm selling Kefir lime. Some people call it lime leaf. Um, Myers lemon, calamandan, kumquat, and what else? Oh, satsuma trees and yuzu trees. Don't get all excited. I don't ship them. That's just super local. But the reason I tell you about it is I took out the ad on Marketplace 3 hours ago, and I've already sold half the trees. I hope. Amazing. I think everybody lost their citrus this winter. So so there's four people. How about saying hello? Let us know who you are. Welcome, welcome. Alarms everywhere. So I've been out starting some more pepper seed, soaking, and I'll be putting it in the vermiculite on Saturday. And we've been trying to get ready for a festival that we're going to be doing on the 29th in Clarkston, Georgia. It's at the Refuge Coffee House, which uh, features refugees in that area. Uh, Clarkston, Georgia has one of the highest concentration of refugees in the United States. And twice a year, this coffee house holds a festival featuring um, crafts made by these people. It's very interesting. So if you are within driving distance of Clarkston, Georgia, just right outside Atlanta, head on over and would like to see you there. So, so talk to me. What have y'all been up to this week? Are you as busy as I am? It's going to be a boring chat if y'all won't talk to me. So what you doing up there in Canada? Planter station inside. Do you still have snow on the ground? So if you look at this picture that's behind me, um, that front yard, we've got the shiso coming up, which is the red foliage. Daylilies aren't blooming yet. We also have uh, the mint, peppermint, and the echinacea that's on my other side is just putting the leaves on. So front yard will look like the picture behind me soon. And Brucey the garden cat is still with us. He's 19 years old this year. So look for videos with him in it. You got some snow last night. So when do you actually get to plant anything outside for your summer garden? When I lived in New England, I remember, the growing season was really short, but it was intense. You could plant all sorts of things, and I think it was mid-June, and by September you were having all sorts of food to put up. After May 24th weekend holiday. Yeah, I seem to remember that being about right, but we had time at that time even to grow corn. So who else is here? I see we've got 4 people, but only one chatting it up. So say hello, please. Join the conversation. We're just randomly talking about things and what we're doing. I know that this is a holiday weekend for a lot of people, so I want to wish everyone the blessings of Easter. And so if you're celebrating Easter, how about telling me how you're celebrating? Are you going to be cooking anything special? Share with us some of your family traditions. Of course, with my tradition, it's Ramadan, and we're still uh, fasting during the day and going to special prayers, and that'll be going on another couple of weeks. So what are you all doing for Easter or Passover? Passover began Wednesday night. I really, my thoughts during Passover turned to good friends of ours, the Bermans. All through the 80s and 90s, we used to go to their house for Passover and share a Seder with them and watch their kids grow up. And every year at this time, I pray for them. And this year, especially so for Diane, because her husband just died. And so this must be a very difficult time for Diane. But her daughter's all grown now with 2 kids of her own that are all just about grown too. They're in high school. Yeah, he was a really good person. He was a pediatric anesthesiologist, and he used to joke and say he passes gas for a living. I always remember him saying that. But he was quite a special individual. And I miss him, and I miss Diane. I really do. So you do the egg hunt for the kids. Do you paint your eggs, or do you hard boil eggs? And, I got a ghost behind me, it looks like. It's Charlie. I've got what's called Easter egg chickens that are laying colored eggs, blue eggs, pink eggs, green eggs. And I try to market them as naturally colored Easter eggs. It didn't work. But we've got eggs coming out our ears right now. And oh, I got 2 more chicks today. So now I've got 7 chickens. What are they called? They are Blue Rock chickens. They're supposed to lay extra large eggs. I look forward to that. Yeah, it's nothing like a fresh egg. So I want to know why there's so many shy people in here tonight. No one's saying anything but you and I, Canadian. I forget your first name. I'm sorry. So what kind of special dishes do you make for Easter? My family used to make lamb at this time of year and serve it with mint sauce, and they would do English peas with bits of fresh mint in it, and slivered almonds that have been toasted in butter, and mashed potatoes. You're gonna make ham. How do you cook your ham? My mom used to put pineapple rings and maraschino cherries on her ham. Come on, folks. Talk, talk, talk. What have you all been doing this week? What are you doing for the weekend? So can you believe I got 2 more chickens? I can't. I have no control when it comes to seeds, baby animals, um, and plants. I've got a greenhouse full of things, and I'm still getting seed. I did just get a package of za'atar in the mail, which is a Middle Eastern oregano or thyme. I love it on chicken or fish. Hey, Gary. How are ya? What you been up to? Can't seem to get people talking tonight, Belt Loop. Are you celebrating Easter? Are you at work? Otherwise, I was going to say, you want to come on and talk? I'll send you the link. Oh, what's going on with Pop? Oh, I can't have you live then, can I? What's going on with your dad? I understand. Hey, Dark Lord, Lordman that. I can never say it. I'll just call you Dark Lord. I'm glad you came by. What you been up to? Well, that's not good. Is he? I was going to say potassium is too high and dehydrated. That affects your heart, doesn't it? Yeah, I hope he gets better soon too. How old is he? How old's your dad? Pet sitting. What kind of pets are you sitting? 81. God bless him. We're going to be going to see Charlie's mom sometime next month. And she's in her 80s as well. Haven't seen her in a while. She moved to Mobile. She was just a couple hours from us up in Huntsville. And so we'll be driving down one weekend and seeing her. It'll be good to see her. That's really good that they're still together. Charlie's dad died a number of years ago, and then she remarried, and he died a couple of years ago. But we try to value each other. So, how's your puppy, Gary? Gary has the cutest dog. Looks just like Bamsey. If you watch my videos, you know what Bamsey looks like. That's good. That's good. Bamsey's under my feet. Sound asleep. Is she really smart? Because Bamsey's really smart. Sassy's just like a regular dog, but Bamsey, he's always trying to get into something. Yeah, it's Thursday. I almost forgot. We're outside. Charlie was painting bee boxes. You had to buy more boxes. I don't know if you've been watching my videos on the bees, but of the 3 hives we had going into the winter, we only had 1 survive. So by the end of December, we knew we were only going to have 1 hive, and we weren't sure it was going to make it. So so we ordered 2 more hives from from North Georgia. I think it's called the Blue Ridge Honey Company. Is where we get the Hungarian bees, and thinking, okay, we'll have 3 hives and probably only be able to harvest from 1 hive, because you usually don't harvest honey your first year with a hive, because you get the hives late, like in April and May, and they don't have time to store much honey for themselves for the coming winter. But the second week of March, we started catching swarms. Now, a swarm is when the queen has created a new queen in her hive, and she leaves before that queen hatches, and she takes half the hive with her, and they swarm, and she moves, and she goes to find a new house, right? And then the new queen hatches within a few days and starts nesting in the old place. So we caught our first swarm second week of March, and then the following week we caught another swarm, and then a few days later we caught 2 swarms. This is all in our yard in the same day. Now they're not coming from the 1 hive that overwintered, so where they're coming from, I don't know. And then someone called and said they had a swarm in their front yard. Would we come get it? Which we did in the dark. And then yesterday I had a customer come over, and I was giving her a tour of the gardens, and I looked over, and Charlie was up in the rafters of our deck catching another swarm. So we went from 1 hive to 8. Let's see. That's a very nice thing to say. Beltloop, he says he has a charmed life. Best family, great wife. That's wonderful. I love to see a guy speak well of his wife. And what really bothers me sometimes is men who like to joke about their wife being a ball and chain and do the negative joking. I don't think it's funny. If you don't love your spouse, why stay with them, right? I'm blessed too. I think you know that I love Charlie a lot. American by birth, Southern by the grace of God. Charlie's a Southern boy from the Appalachian Mountains, and I'm one of those damn Yankees that moved south and stayed. And yes, we supplement their food by mixing sugar and water and feeding what's called beer bread. Beer bread. I'm not sure what beer bread is. Maybe Charlie will type in what beer bread is. Charlie is Reflect on Light, by the way. Um, yeah, Gary, it's really interesting, the bees. Um, and I much respect for you. He says he wasn't say anything away from his wife that he wouldn't say in front of her. That's great. Sugar water in the winter. What is bee bread, Charlie? Other than when you take it out of the freezer, it's gooey. They mix pollen with honey and pack it into the cells for later snacks. Dark Lord says that's when you give the wife a gift of attitude adjusters, a rolling pin, frying pan, anything else you can smack the husband upside the head with. Now he stops calling the wife ball and chain. Well, Gary, you can't keep people happy all the time, right? Um, yeah, 40. We had our 40th wedding anniversary this past September, but we shacked up for 2 years before we were married. So we've been together 42 and a half years now. Got married September 4th, Labor Day weekend. We chose that weekend thinking that we'd always have a long weekend for our anniversary so we could celebrate. And what did I do? I picked a career where you didn't get holidays off. So thank you. 35 years in December. Hands in the dirt. Hey, Stacy. How are you? We're just talking about random things because yours truly forgot it was Thursday, and I'll let the week get away from me and with everything that's going on here. Um, so what have you been doing today, Stacy? What have you been doing this week? Dark Lord says, I've heard of bee bread. Going to have to see if the person doing the bees on the ranch is doing that. You're hot. Yeah, it was kind of toasty today. Hey, I got my citrus in. I unpacked it. I put it up on Marketplace, and I've already sold quite a few trees. So I'm excited about that. What kind of veggies have you been planting? I'm soaking more pepper seeds. I've had a number of people call me and want certain types of peppers and that I grew last year, and couldn't sell. So I've got new people finding me saying, "Hey, I heard you have these peppers," and I'm like, "Well, I've got seed, but I didn't start them because I grew them last year and got stuck with the plants." So now they're requesting them, and I got smart. I required deposits, but I think I'm starting 16, about 20 different varieties. I've got it soaking in rainwater, and Saturday night and Sunday I'll be starting them using my vermiculite technique. If you looked at my videos. It's raining right now, Gary. Do you have peppers in the ground? What kind of peppers are you growing? I'm a pepper fanatic. I haven't put our peppers in yet. We've got to prepare part of the front garden to put them in. We're weeding the front garden right now. It's full of uh, dead nettle and cleavers and honeysuckle and ivy. So we're out there pulling all that up. And I overwintered some too. They're just now starting to leaf back out. So what kind of tomatoes are you growing, Stacy? I've actually got a list here of what I'm growing. Something called a Mila pear, a coyote, blue cream berries, evil olive. I'm eager to see what that tastes like. something called Phil's Top Cluster. It's a tomato that looks like it's got, deep sections that actually are. If you peel it, each one of those sections is a tomato in itself. I look forward to that. It's kind of weird. I'm growing blue bumblebee, white currants, which are like candy. They're about the size of a blueberry. Pineapple, which is a yellow tomato. Black beauty, which is a black eggplant, purple tomato. Green zebra, beefsteak, and Hungarian heart. How's that for a variety? Okay. Hands in the Dirt says different varieties of tomatoes, cucumbers, and squash. My cucumbers are just now starting to break the surface. About Reapers, jalapenos, and a few I don't knows. Ghost pepper plant. What do you do with those super hots? Hi, World Tours. Happy Friday. Are you new? Welcome, welcome. You give them away. Yeah, the really serious pepperheads use those in sauces. And I've still got a what load of dried peppers that I intend to sit down and grind up and put together some meat rubs. And then I'm going to hit up some of my internet friends who are willing to try the meat rubs and make a video while they're doing it. And then maybe come live and review the recipe. Pastinator, I'm not familiar with that. Black cherries I love. San Marzano. Romas, Aces. Cool. World Tours, you must be on the other side of the planet if it's Friday there already. Or you're as confused as I am on what day it is. I forgot it was Thursday. The Reaper is itching to start producing. Is that when you overwinter? Yes. So I've got all sorts of ahi peppers I just started. Yeah. So when you overwinter them, do you put them in the house or do you have a greenhouse or what temperature do you keep them at? Just curious. Hey, I noticed there's 7 people here. Welcome, welcome. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. I'm going to do a little bit of a drawing in a bit. And you need to be a subscriber to win. And you need to be in the continental United States. Because shipping to another country, I just discovered, is not very cost effective. Cool. So, Gary, what temperature do you keep your house at in the winter? Because my peppers go into a greenhouse that may get down to like 45, but I try to keep it around 50 degrees overnight. Dark Lord says she can't wait to get started planting when I get done with pet sitting. I get to start indoor planting and finish moving everything to new raised beds, meaning more plants. Yeah, I'm running out of room. And it's kind of weird. I get all these plants planted, and then I go start seed for the next season. And I go give the evil eye to the stuff I should be eating, like hurry up and finish growing so I can plant the new stuff. I'm addicted to the process of germinating seeds. It just gives me so much satisfaction to watch them come up and thrive. And then I'm like done. I'm on to the next thing to germinate. Charlie, he enjoys the planting, and he kind of goes into this like Zen trance when he plants. So it kind of works out. I'll raise them up to a certain size and I give them to him to go plunk in the soil. And then we work so hard in the yard every day that we're too tired to cook. We end up going out and getting food somewhere because we're so. That should have been a confession, Stacy. We're so tired we don't cook our produce. We go out and we'll get something from a restaurant. How's that for nuts? Yes. Keep your house at about 70. Yeah, we keep our house at about 65. And Dark Lord, your sister is using your email. Did she get a lot of response? Actually, if you look at my screen, and thank you for the compliment, those are all perennials. So once they got them established like this, they just come up on their own. But at this time of year, I've got to go pull the cleavers. You know what cleavers are? Because it kind of makes a carpet over the top of everything. And then I've got the dead nettle and chickweed, and we eat chickweed. So we pull all that up, and we've had Japanese honeysuckle invade, and we didn't plant it, and it's coming from like the next yard over. We got to pull that up. We can't seem to get rid of the ivy. So we're doing that in preparation of doing peppers in those spaces. The asparagus is up and is as tall as I am. We moved here to Georgia, and I planted a what load of asparagus, and then started having joint pain to the point I couldn't move. And then we found out that asparagus aggravates gout, and I found out I had gout. I didn't know I had gout. So I've got all this expensive asparagus in the yard that I just go ahead and let it go to bloom because we can't eat it. Gary, your wife doesn't help you garden? All right, have a good dinner. Stacy, thanks for stopping by. Seriously. I harvest it and give it away. Yes. Our Afghan friend that comes over on Saturdays, we send him home with food from the garden, and he's finally gotten comfortable with it. And I found out culturally they're not used to taking food from other people. So I had someone explain to him that I'm growing food for his family and for the other refugee families that we help. So now he'll come over and he'll snack as he goes through the yard. And of course, it's Ramadan, so he's not doing that right now, but he is taking food home. She's into herbs and not veggies. All legal herbs? I'm just teasing. Need to transplant some asparagus. Yeah, try getting the bigger corms. The corms of asparagus I bought were like this big, look like octopus. And when you get a mature corm of asparagus, you make a mound, like an ice cream scoop of ice cream. You put the center of the asparagus over the top, and the trailers you let them kind of flow, and then you cover that with soil. Oh, you did the herb challenge? I think I started to watch that. What kind of asparagus did you plant? I had thick green, thin green, red asparagus, white asparagus, and there was something else. There's like 5 different types of asparagus I got. Yeah. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, Dark Lord, when you plant from seed or small, small corms of asparagus, you can't harvest it your first and sometimes your second year. You've got to let it grow and establish. But there was an asparagus grower out of, I think, New Jersey, where you could get big corms of asparagus that you could plant, and once it had put 2 or 3 uh, pieces up, then you could start cutting it. 15 kinds of mint. Wow. Gary, did you see what I held up? The seed I ordered? Yes, I'm ordering more seed. Za'atar, this is a Middle Eastern, some say it's an oregano, others say it's thyme, but it's a wonderful flavor herb. Very easy to germinate. I've got 3 kinds of mint. I've got a mojito, which is really a type of spearmint. I've got regular spearmint, and I've got black peppermint. Yeah. Um, so, what's everyone doing for Easter? How many in here are celebrating Easter? And what kind of things do you cook? Sometimes it's nice to sit on the front porch and you can smell the mint. Yeah. Um, when it's been a really hot day here and you have one of those afternoon rains that come through, I sit on the front porch here and I can smell the lavender. And that's always really nice in the evenings. You're not a full blown seedaholic yet? Well, hang around with me, hon, and you will be. Yeah. I've got little cucumbers just coming up, first 2 leaves on them. I look forward to those. Um, our fruit trees, most of them drop their fruit because we had a late frost. It's a bummer when that happens. Uh, Belt Loop has a lot of seeds. You need to have a giveaway. Just sit down with Tammy and find out what seeds she wants to keep. Yeah, I have 5 suitcases full of seeds. And each suitcase has 18 boxes like this that are stuffed full. Like this was full of ahi peppers. I actually have 2 boxes of ahi peppers, and I've now consolidated them into one. But that's how nuts I am. Hey, where to begin? How are you? How are you? I just had an inquiry come in about my salad tomatoes I'm selling. So I'm really curious who's celebrating Easter and how are you celebrating? Share with me. Well, I go answer this person. Eunice. She wants to know if my salad tomatoes are still available. I love this. She don't say hello. All she says is location. All right, I am back. So where to begin Homestead? Are you new? Welcome, welcome. Please remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I think it's 8:41. So at 8:45, I'm going to try to figure out how to do this wheel of winnings. You celebrate Easter in your own way. We don't do a big thing together. Do you cook anything special? Is there anything you eat at this time of year that you associate with the holiday? Little kids are going to be hunting eggs. Cool, cool. I'm glad you came by. Yeah, my family, when we used to celebrate Easter, my mother would make a lamb roast and serve it with mint jelly. I've already told people who came in earlier this, and that's yummy. Of course, you rub the lamb with oregano and lemon and salt and pepper, and I associate that with Easter. And she'd hide candy all over the house, and I'd run around the house as a little girl finding the Easter candy, and I'd bring it to her, and she'd eat it before. She'd sit there on the couch and eat it. I can understand that, Belle. Hey, Canadian family, welcome back. Welcome back. So I'm gonna go try to find this random wheel thing. Okay. If only I could figure out how to get this up on my screen so you all could watch it turn. Okay. So I am going to give away 3 things tonight. 2 of them are going to be seed from Baker Creek, and one's going to be the Little Dome seed starter from Amazon. It's a plastic tray with cells in it and a dome over the top to make it like a mini greenhouse. I'm usually the first and third Thursday of each month. Where to begin is asking when I'm live at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Suzanne, hey, welcome. Canadian family, did I tell you what I went through trying to get Amazon to send you what you won from me? They wouldn't do it. I have to live in Canada in order to order from Amazon in Canada. I thought that was crazy. So I'm glad you brought that up because in order to win, you need to be a subscriber to the channel and continental United States, please. So first and third Thursday, and I almost missed today. When Indiana Backyard Gardens had me as a guest, I guess was that this last Monday, people asked me to continue the conversation on medicinal herbs. It gave me a list of things I wanted to learn about. I'm not going to be able to do that until May because it takes a lot of research. And I've got a festival coming up at the end of the month. I've got the end of Ramadan. And then we're going to see Charlie's mom in May sometime. So stay tuned for that announcement, and I won't wait till the last moment to announce it. Dark Lord, I have to have a fake account in Canada, and if I can figure out how to make it work, I can start sending things to Canada again. But Yeah, please let me know how they do that. So, for my first drawing for Baker Creek Seed, if you will type in seeds please in the chat, and I'll give you 2 minutes to do that. It's 8:47, so 8:49, I'll spin the wheel. So if you want your choice of seed from Baker Creek, type in seeds please. Okay. Hey Nikki, welcome, welcome. Okay, I can't chew gum and walk. Suzanne. Suzanne. Dark Lord Suzanne. Anyone else want a chance at seed? Come on, Nikki, you know you need more seed. Okay, Gary, thank you. Where to begin? You need seeds. Okay. If you want hot pepper seeds, I can. What I usually do, Gary, is we'll draw the winner, and then we go to the Baker Creek site. And you tell me what you want, and that's what I'll order for you. Okay, so Nikki. Seeds, please. That's okay, Betloop. I'll let you know if you won, and then I'll need your mailing address. All right, coming up to the wire here. Seeds, please. Seeds, please. Nikki, I almost forgot that I had to do a live tonight. I've been between catching bees and starting more peppers and dealing with customers, which I absolutely adore. It dawned on me this afternoon, I have a live to do. Oh, I got my citrus in, Nikki. It looks really good this year. All right. We are going to spin the wheel. Clicking the spin. Suzanne, you have won. You have won. Congratulations. Yay. Okay, so Suzanne, you want to open up the Baker Creek site and tell me what you want. And you know, I need to ask you to send an email with your mailing address to it. Nikki, yeah, I was thinking about switching to Mondays, but I had so many people ask me not to change that I'm just going to keep it where it is. I might do some pop-ups on Mondays. So, Suzanne, I'm going to take you off the wheel, and I'm going to give everyone another 2 minutes. It's 8:51, so 8:53, I'll do another drawing for seed. So, Suzanne, go to bakercreek.com and let me know what you want. Oh, who's next? Who's next? If you said seeds, please, the first time, you're still on the wheel. I'm wondering if anyone new wants to go ahead and throw their name into the hat. Everyone needs seeds, you know. What's coming into season where you are that the seeds uh, would be good to have? Is there something that you've seen that you haven't been able to find? I bet Baker Creek has it. All right. One more minute. Anyone else want seed? Alfalfa. Oh, I love Timothy and alfalfa. When I had horses, um, I was in New England, and I remember in the wintertime opening the barn doors and smelling the Timothy and alfalfa hay. And I'd go in and I'd sit with my back against the wall and listen to the horses chew. It's the best sound. A Sikkim cucumber? Let me look. Is that how to spell it? Okay, search Sikkim cucumber. I actually grow those, but the Indian name for them is punakira, and they're wonderful. They kind of taste like little melons. So I found it. Yeah, that is expensive, but they have free shipping, and that's why I'm using them. Because I was sending seed out, and it was costing me probably $7 minimum to send seed out that I was doing from my seed stash. So $4 and free shipping is better as far as I'm concerned. Do I have seeds I say for the punakira? I did, but I planted them all, and they're just now coming up. Yeah. Um, yeah, it's great. The mailing anything. Uh, Canadian Family won vermiculite from me, and I tried to order it from Amazon, and I even spent time on the phone with an agent trying to figure out. I said, I know other people send things from Amazon to Canadian friends. Why isn't it allowing me to? And they said, well, they're requiring now that I have an address within Canada to be able to do that. So I don't know if you make up something fictitious or whatever, but I'll keep looking into it. Yeah. So I sent Canadian Family a bag of vermiculite, and if she had bought it herself, it probably would have been, I don't know, $7 to $10. But the shipping alone was 34, so I can't afford to do that. So as soon as someone can coach me on how to get Amazon to send, then I'm like, I do one prize a night for a drawing that's worth about $25 to $30, which leads me to okay. So we're gonna spin the wheel again. Anyone else want to get their name in there? Say seeds, please. Seeds, please. Last call. All right. We only have 3 people on the wheel. I'm clicking it. And it's spinning, it's spinning. Right on the line. Where to begin? Congratulations. Where to begin? Okay, the way this works, where to begin is you need to send me an email. You see the email scrolling along the bottom of the screen, and I'll need your snail mail address. So, What has been on your wish list? Where to begin? What I'm going to go to the Baker Creek site, make sure they have what you want. So what has been on your wish list and you've put off ordering? Peanuts. Oh. Peanuts are out of stock. What's your second choice? Peanuts are out of stock. And they had a weird black peanut. I feel like I need to play Jeopardy music waiting for her to say. Yep, all out of stock. I'd like to encourage people to grow perennial peanut if it'll grow in your area instead of grass. Sing for us, Nikki. Sing for us. Okay, where to begin? Come on. What's your next choice? Surprise you. What part of the country are you in? What part of the country are you in? Kentucky. Charlie, what grows really well in Kentucky?
What grows in Kentucky?
Yeah, she wants me to surprise her.
Onions.
He's stuck on onions. It's too late for onions. She should have planted onions in October. Someone have a suggestion for her?
Kohlrabi, turnip.
Kohlrabi. Do you eat kohlrabi? Kohlrabi. You do? Okay. Would you like red or green? Red would be great. Okay. So you see my email scrolling across the bottom of the screen? Shoot me an email with your mailing address and you'll get the kohlrabi. How's that? You bookmarked the page. That's funny. And they've got them in stock. Wow, look at the size of some of those. Charlie, look at the size of this early purple Vienna kohlrabi. Is as big as this kid's head. You would think that would be tough, wouldn't you? Pithy?
Yeah. Woody.
Yeah. All right. Blackberries. We have a huge blackberry and raspberry patch. Don't get me started on that. Prayer time. So for our third drawing, and then we're going to wrap this up because we're right at an hour. I'm going to give the big prize for tonight, which is the domed tubs for planting, starting your seeds in that are reusable. It's a really nice prize. You'll probably use it for years. For seed starting and at any time of year. So, so if you want your name in for that one, I would ask you to type in, let's see, it's 9:01. I will give you until 9:03 to type in, what should we say? Seed starter. Seed starter. Where to begin? They are wonderful. Dome me. There you go. Dome me. Type in dome me. Seed starter or dome me will get your name on the wheel. Dome me, Suzanne. How about you, Nikki? Dome me. Where to begin? My computer's going crazy. All right. Nikki doesn't want to be on the wheel. I got to take your name off, Nikki. When there's 10 people in here and only 3 people on the wheel. Who wants one of these domes? Say dome me, dome me. I bet Nikki's she multitasks. I bet she's at another live. Going once. Going twice. Pescatarian Gardener, hey, we're doing a final drawing for the seed starter domes with the lids. If you want to be on the wheel for the prize, then just type in dome me. Say, Nikki, do you want to be in the drawing? Come on, girls. I know that you could use these. Okay, I'll put you back on the wheel. Pescatarian. So going once, going twice. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, y'all. Going 3 times, I'm going to go hit the button. Can y'all hear it when this is going? It makes weird noises. All right, where to begin? A double winner. Double winner tonight. So you're going to start your kohlrabi and your dome? Yeah, really. I try to do drawings at each live. So twice a month. I've got to come up with ideas for other prizes. If you were me, what kind of prizes would you offer? Because we're heading into a time when people aren't going to be starting seed. What types of things do you think? Because I know Garden State Gardener, man, he gives out all sorts of stuff. So we've had 2 winners tonight, Suzanne, and where to begin? Where to begin on 2 things. And so 2 people got seed, and then we've got the domes. So I'm looking for some ideas before we say goodnight on prizes for later in the month. I wish I could send eggs. You know, as expensive as eggs are. I've got eggs coming out the ears right now. Well, I can't be a seedaholic all by myself, Dark Lord, right? Well, thank you, Pescatarian. That's my front yard. And that's Brucey the garden cat. Succession planting. Maybe I can do that the next live. Freeze dried eggs. Ew. Yeah, Pescatarian, can you identify the plants? Everything there is edible. Pick a plant. Let's talk about what's pictured. Yeah, they would ship this. Just, you know, that the daisy-looking plants in the daisy family, but that's Echinacea. If you came to my my herbal medicine chat that we did, it's a real immune system booster. Echinacea, also known as coneflowers. I believe they're in the Asteraceae family, which is the same family as the daisy. What else do you see that you recognize? Other than Brucey the garden cat, I'm not going to let you eat him. Yeah, you know, Dark Lord, you're the only one that asked for the notes. The purple leaves is shiso, Shiso. It's a Japanese herb. Comes in green and red, and it'll grow like almost 3 feet tall. When it blooms and goes to seed, the seeds are one of the 7 sacred spices in Japan and for the religion that they practice there. One of the most expensive spices in the world. Yeah, it's Japanese, that's right, shiso. And the way what I do with it is I'll pick the young leaves, and I get a Tupperware tub, and I'll put a layer of leaves, and then a layer of sliced garlic, and then a layer of leaves, and a layer of sliced garlic, and I'll fill up the tub, and then pour my favorite soy sauce over the top, and stick it in the fridge for about a week. Take it out, and I strain the leaves out, bottle up the soy sauce because it'll have the nice flavor of the shiso in it. But then I spread the shiso leaves and the garlic on a cookie sheet and put it on the lowest setting in the oven and let it crisp. And then I store the crispy leaves in like a container, and it's wonderful crumpled up on your salad or in rice or on chicken or fish. It tastes really good. Everything you see is edible in the background. So if there's something there that shocks you, let's see what else. Perilla and shiso are the same thing. I got some seeds. Yep. Hey, Duval. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Mike. Y'all coming in just as I'm signing off. But the plant in front of Brucey there is daylily. Did you all know the daylily was edible? Welcome, welcome. Don't forget to hit your thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. So then in the forefront is black peppermint. So we've got shiso, daylily, echinacea, and black peppermint. Hey, Gail. Welcome, welcome. Suzanne, I like taking the daylily petals, and I mix it with Bibb lettuce and sweet onion, and then I'll pour peach yogurt over the top of that. It makes such a nice salad. Traditional Chinese hot and sour soup uses dried daylily petals. So when they start to close up in the evening, you can pick them off the plant and dry them and use them in hot and sour soup. And I think it's called hot and sour soup. The black peppermint, I do tincture. I do teas. I chop them into English peas with slivered almonds that I've toasted in butter. They're really good. All sorts of parts of the daylily are edible. Some people eat when the leaves first come up in the spring. When they're about that tall, they'll cut them and saute them. No, not all colors of daylilies are edible. The best ones to use are the ones that are orange, because that's closest to the original daylily. In some people, it'll give you diarrhea, gastric problems. So if you're going to try your daylily greens, try a little bit and see how you handle it. No, you use the leaves fresh. Yeah, and make sure it's daylily and not tiger lily, because a lot of the things in the lily family are toxic. It's got to be a daylily. Okay. Did you know hostas are edible? Yes, I also eat the yellow, but if you're new to eating daylilies, start out with your orange ones. Start out with your orange ones. Where to begin? Have you tried eating your hostas? I'm going to quick Google recipe. Cheesy roasted hosta shoots. Pan-seared hosta shoots with ramp butter. You know what ramps are, right? It's relative to garlic. The leaves can be sauteed, added to stir fry, used in wheat-free sandwich wraps. Treat them like any other leafy green. Hosta flowers are also edible. Saute your hosta leaves in olive oil, salt, and pepper, and then roast them at 450 degrees for 5 to 10 minutes. Nutritional value. I'm going to cut and paste this. So this is nutritional value of hosta. Yes, any hosta, Duval. So, Dark Lord, you've tried them, so they're tangy. That's neat. Hello, Canal Razal para Vida. I don't know what language I just butchered. Mike, my black radishes are up. I just sowed them 2 days ago, and they're already up. Has anyone here ever tried roasted radish? I'll slice them up and I'll put salt and pepper on, a little bit of olive oil, and I'll roast them in the oven. They're really good. I'm willing to bet that Canal is from Brazil. I'm growing black radishes my first time. Do you know how to use it? Yeah, where to begin? I landscape, and I actually teach edible landscaping, so that anything you put down is something you can go back to if you're starving. And like if you can get what's it called, Charlie? Black taro. It puts up a like an elephant ear leaf that's eggplant purple. It's beautiful in the garden, and then you eat the root if you get really hungry. Yeah, roasted radishes are good. I like roasted Brussels sprouts too. Annie's Kitchen, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming in. Here I am about to sign off, and everyone's showing up. Do I need to push my live maybe an hour and start at 9 instead of 8? What do y'all think? Hen and chicks, let me look. No, no, no. Oh, it's not telling me. Uh-oh. I just found something you may want to know. Oops. Okay, so Nikki asked about hen and chicks, and this is what I found. It says the leaves or pads of hens and chicks carry alkaloids that are considered poisonous because they can cause short periods of low toxicity if eaten. Some people can also get contact dermatitis, a red and itchy rash from the sap in the leaves. So don't eat them. Don't eat them. You have a vine that looks like blackberries and you're scared it's poison berries. If you cannot identify a plant, do not eat it. Wow, I could do a whole channel on edible landscape. We could do that one night if you want. What's what, Belt Loop? Yeah, it is scary, Nikki. You've got to be really careful. Annie's Kitchen's in Perth. I almost came to Perth on a journalism assignment. It fell through at the last minute. Um, what the hens and chicks? Where to begin? I just read it causes contact dermatitis. I was pulling. What was I pulling that gave me the contact dermatitis, Charlie? A couple of days ago. I've got like a rash all over my hand now. That was the hitchhiker weed. Okay, so if I do edible landscaping, that'll probably turn into a really long broadcast, but I'll talk about the basic philosophy and then go over some plants. I'm a big proponent of perennials that you don't have to do anything to once you put them in, and then using annual edibles to spice up the visual and your palate. Okay, do y'all remember the book I showed you on the Humane Gardener? What do we do with it, Charlie? The Humane Gardener. You know what? Let me go to Amazon real quick. Huh. You know what? Let me make a note about this. That's the gift idea for next week, or in the next live. Remind me, I said one of my prizes will be this book. The Humane Gardener is a great book to read. It'll forever change your attitude toward gardening and how you look at especially your winter landscape. And I'll give that as one of my prizes next time. How's that for incentive to come back? Let me catch up in chat. It could be a 24-hour live. Yeah. You got your Baker Creek today, Mike? It's a dangerous thing to get in the mail. So y'all think seeds are still appropriate? Are they appropriate to give as prizes year round? I know Gary wants some hot peppers. Gary, if you send me your snail mail address, I might just mail some peppers to you. I do the first and third Thursday, where to begin, at 8 o'clock, but everyone seems to be coming in after 9. So do I need to, how do y'all vote? Instead of starting at 8 o'clock, should I start at 9? Okay, so seeds and books. What do y'all vote? You think 9 o'clock is better than 8 o'clock? Since is it 9 o'clock give you time to get the kids in bed and get done with your dinner and whatever? Yes, actually, Pescatarian, you see they've got it for $8. That's even better. Want to do one more drawing? Let's do one more drawing. Let me get that wheel back up. All right, y'all talked me into it. This is the absolute last drawing for tonight. If you want a copy of this book, type in book. Tony! Welcome, Tony. I've been missing you. I also miss David Gray. I don't know where David is. Book, book, book. Okay. So let's see. We're going to do Tony Pescatarian. Duval. Suzanne. Dark Lord. Yeah, Tony, you need to stop in. Okay, Mike, should I add you to the wheel? Okay, thank you. Where to begin? That's very kind of you. But I'll do another drawing in 2 weeks. So what is the next one? Is 1, 2, 3, the 20th. So my next live will be the 20th. Yeah, I'm worried about David Gray too. He used to come in for every broadcast, and he came in for the rehab the animal. What to do if you find an orphaned wild animal, and he didn't like what Susie had to say. So I think he got kind of turned off to us with that. Okay, so I'm going to spin the wheel. Ready? Here we go. Just the funniest sounds it makes. And Mike, you are the winner of the book. Woo! Okay, so Mike, the way this works is you need to send me your mailing address at the email that's coming, scrolling across the screen, lbolivar@bellsouth.net, and I'll send you a book. I don't get an email, you can't get the book. I typically don't keep the mailing addresses of the people who win, unless you're a YouTube provider, and then I put you, if you're a content provider, I put you in my little book of other providers, just to have a network together. So, yeah. Yeah, Mike, if you don't send your address, I'll send the book to Dark Lord. Okay, so if you're coming in, if you haven't hit that thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm really struggling to get over that 1,000 mark and then get my watch hours up. I've got over 1,000 watch hours, so I've got 3 more thousand to go. And earlier this week, my membership was 666, mark of the devil. And but I just looked a few minutes ago and I was up to 669. So chugging along slowly, kind of like a tortoise. I'd rather be like a hare, but what the heck. So thanks for coming. Thanks for putting up with just my rambling. And those of you who are celebrating Easter, I hope the blessings of the holiday find you and you cherish your time with family. And for those of us still in Ramadan, we're about halfway through, I think. And I am sponsoring an iftar dinner at the mosque on Monday. But of course, I can't share that with you all. And we're second night of Passover, so if you're passing over, blessings of Passover to you. So, you like my rambling? Thank you. All right, so we'll see you hopefully in 2 weeks. Keep an eye out for my silly little videos. And until next time, see ya.